Welcome to the March 12th or 13th or whatever day you're watching this Summit Lead Sync. I apologize for having to cancel that meeting last minute, but really appreciate you watching this video because it does have some important information in it. I will try to keep this short, but there is some great stuff in here for leads, especially between now and June events. So the first thing is if you could just add your name that you've watched the video. However, you may also want to add your name over here after we go through this Applied Digital Skills presentation part. If you've watched the video and you're also willing to do an Applied Digital Skills presentation, you can add your name here. So I just wanted to let you know that we have a new project that we're contracting with Google about with the Applied Digital Skills curriculum at Summit. So if you have not already been in to see what the Applied Digital Skills curriculum is, it's part of Google's Grow with Google campaign, and it's student-centered curriculum that has practical real-life application progress and purposes for students. So it's video-based, really kind of blended learning using the G Suite for education. So if you haven't already, you might want to sign in, and you can also go to I'm a Learner if you have somebody that you're working with, or this is if you are in as a presenter. And so it's really middle school, high school based, probably upper elementary I think could go to. But the curriculum that's listed is here, and it gives you sort of all of the different curriculum units that you can do, and each one of these units is then broken up into a lot of different activities and lessons. So some of the fun ones that we've explored is the if-then adventure stories. That's Google Slides, choose your own adventure. A really fun one is this guide to an area, which uses spreadsheets and Google Maps to sort of plan a location. Planning a budget is really spreadsheet oriented. There is a research one as well. So lots of cool things, research and writing. There's also sort of a college and continuing education, so feel free to use it with adults as well. But we have this project that we're doing with Google, and so our goal is to really get students to engage with about an hour of the Applied Digital Skills curriculum and have that domain that they're using associated with EdTechTeam. So what we're doing is just infusing Applied Digital Skills at summits. So we really want to gather as many people as we can on this link, and it's just a Google form that just asks people if they would be able to fill it out so that we can follow up with more information. It does also sort of track which summit they're attending and then their role. So we'll just sort of follow up, but this is just a quick way for us to capture the domain. So you'll see that in a couple different places. It's going to be in the welcome and the scrolling deck. Really important for you as a lead to just sort of become familiar with what it says in the welcome deck. We found that the sessions at the Minnesota and the Virginia Summit, after we talked about it on the stage, standing room only, tons of people came to the sessions. They're really excited about finding out about it. I'd also maybe ask you to add this link to this Google form in your app on day 2, so that if you say maybe you missed the Applied Digital Skills presentation, but you're interested in more information, then fill it out here. So you know how you can add the different links in the app? You can change those throughout the time. So maybe just add that in the in the app. If you could also, as a lead, see if there's an Applied Digital Skills, we kind of call it the AppSki, that's sort of the shortened version, that Google does it. If they wanted to get up during the welcome deck or during the welcome and actually chat about their session. Heather did that at the Minnesota Summit. I recorded it, so you can just sort of see what she said about it. We just get a much higher attendance rate at that session. And so that's an opportunity too. So the couple of things that we're doing really to infuse the Applied Digital Skills at summits is, first of all, we're going to have a table in sort of the sponsors area. I'd ask that you probably put it pretty close to the mission control or where you are doing all the books. And then that way any member of the team could just sort of sit there and answer questions for people. So there's going to be a flyer that we put. It's just sort of one of those 11 by 17s that you can fold in half and put it on the table. So we have this Grow with Google, Projects with a Purpose is sort of what we're saying. And then it has the link there. So you'll see this as part of your signage. So if you could put that on that table, that would be great. You'll also have a tablecloth that's coming, and the tablecloth is just Grow with Google. You can see here maybe here, which is sort of the first report that we gave to Google. Sorry, so many tabs to show you. But this was the table that we had at the Minnesota Summit, so you can see the Grow with Google there. We had a couple flyers out. We had a computer open to the Applied Digital Skills on one tab, and then also the form on another tab. And then you'll also get some stickers, just Grow with Google stickers that are going to be there. And eventually you'll also get some totes that we are going to say, you know, if you plan to use this with students, if you commit to using this with students, we'll give you a tote. Just sign up here and we'll follow up. So pretty loose. The other thing that it is we are going to be starting to pull names from people who sign up for more information and or self-report that they have used it with students. We're going to be doing some contests like giving away Google Home. So you'll see that in the slide deck, that it does say that, you know, if you fill this out, then you're entered in to have a chance to win a Google Home. So you'll have that, sort of the table. And then each summit is going to have at least one session about the applied digital skills. So we're pretty close. We definitely have almost all of March and April done. But this is where, if you would ever look at the session title and description, and then Heather's amazing. So Heather Dowd is our project manager for this. I probably didn't say that. And so she's been hired by the EdTech team just for this contract, March through June or July. And so she's the one who's managing this for us. So that's why you're going to see her in there. She's going to do a train the trainer type of session, but she does have the session title and description. And then she also has the information for presenters, in which she has really done a great job of just kind of laying it out, like contact Heather before it. Here are the things to do to just kind of look over on the weekend of the summit, you know, introduce it with a 60 to 90 second intro. And then here's the title and the description. And then here's all of the complete lesson plan of activities of what you could do. So she's really laid it out very easily for you to go in. It's an awesome curriculum. I'm going to be doing it. It's super fun. So just take a look at that and see if that's something that you might be interested in presenting as well from here. And that's where up here you can add your name that you're interested in doing a presentation. To be honest, if we had 4 presentations at each summit, that'd be awesome. Both Natasha and Heather, I think, did 1 or 2 at each summit. We had another random person at the Minnesota Summit doing a session. So the more people, the more sessions we have, the more interest we're going to gather in this. And it's a great curriculum. I'm actually tying in a lot of the units to each of my individual sessions that I teach automatically anyway. So there's a way that you could add applied digital skills as sort of an add-on or extending of your learning for most of your sessions as well. There has, the Google form has been added to the evaluation. There's a little section in the evaluation to gather interest. And Heather will be the one who follows up with anybody who enters their name onto that. Tweet about the session. There's going to be some great graphics that start coming out that advertise your session at your summit about applied digital skills. So if you see that, please tweet it or retweet it. That would be awesome. We have part of our contract with Google is just showing our social reach. And so we want to just see how many people we can tweet, retweet, get some likes, things like that. And then Grow with Google is the hashtag that we're using. So feel free to use that in conjunction with EdTechTeam. If you have any questions about this applied digital skills at the summits, let me know. Reach out to Heather directly. Love to have you as a participant and just sort of understanding the curriculum as well. It's pretty fantastic. So feel free to do that. Moving on, the next thing is we really have sort of a heightened interest in kind of incorporating Breakout EDU at all the EdTechTeam summits. So what you'll start seeing is you'll start seeing this flyer being printed out and sent with your signage for summits. And just gives a lot of information about Breakout EDU. And then it also gives a special conference discount of $25 USD off of a bundle, a kit or a bundle. And a bundle is, I think 10 boxes, like a class set or something like that, if they use the promo code EdTechTeam25 at the Breakout EDU store. So you'll probably be contacted by Mark Hammonds or James in touch with either sessions at your summit. So they're going to try to get at least 4 to 8 sessions at your summit. No stipend required. And then also what they might start doing too is asking if it would be okay if you have a pre-summit or if there's availability to run a pre-summit breakout EDU workshop that's free if you buy a kit. So the cost of the workshop would be about $150. You get the kit and then you get the half-day workshop for free. So if there's a possibility of you being able to do that at your summit because you're already running pre-summits or something, that would be super awesome. Reach out to Mark Hammonds, and he will be the person who'd be able to help arrange that with you. They just have a special link to go purchase the kit, and then we'd have been in touch with them about the workshop as well. We just want to really encourage you, like in the welcome deck, the code is in there as well. Highlight the sessions. We just love to give it just such an extra oomph right now at the summit. So anything that you can say above and beyond. There's also some fun ideas to start thinking about how you could maybe use the digital platform to play a quick game with the entire audience or something. So thinking about how you might be able to do that would also just drum up some interest. So breakout EDU at EdTechTeam Summits, a heightened sort of presence there in the next couple months, which would be awesome. Another thing that I have for you is something that Gail has been using and Donna created, which is awesome. But if you have more capacity to do something like this, we have a new little Google Slides presentation that shares a little graphic that you could do some session highlights. You can change the link. You can, of course, change the date. You can change the name, change the partnership school district. But there's a couple different examples in here. I think they're both actually pretty much the same. But feel free to make a copy of this and use it for your summits if you have the potential of, adding a few little details to some of the marketing and promotion that you could do. So that would be fabulous. We've got a very new process happening with this schedule. So if you are leading a summit or tasked with creating the schedule for a summit, which all summit leads really should be in charge of their schedule. If you're not going to be doing your schedule, you need to have somebody on your team that's schedule savvy that would be able to run your schedule for you. So Ben is really handing it off and saying he does the request for presenters. He will make sure that each summit has somebody assigned to do the schedule, but it's really the lead's responsibility for finding the person who's going to be doing the schedule for your summit or doing it yourself. It's really an improved process, so we wanted to sort of show you just a little bit about that here. Ben has released some training videos and a training guide for all of the new schedule 3.0 is what we're saying. It's pretty different than what you've been doing before, so you're absolutely going to want to make sure that you do the training guide and watch the videos. It looks like this has been worked on a little bit. So this is an example of the Aspen one, and you're going to see that there are some kind of different tabs along the bottom that are locked. And it's going to be important that you bring in the sessions from the request for presenters into this upload 3.0.2 spreadsheet. So you're going to see that there's a lot of different ways or a lot of different tabs down here in which you need to start building the schedule. And it's a pretty fun way of kind of bringing in your spotlight speakers in a little bit of a different way than we have before. No copy and paste. It's really just kind of dragging, not dragging, but really just selecting using these drop-down menus for both the local team and the spotlight team. However, it's very important that you know how to sort of connect all these worksheets so that you can come in and you can actually start building the schedule on this upload sheet. So I watched some of Ben's videos just this morning. It's probably about 10-15 minutes. You might need to watch it once or twice, but if you could just schedule some time to do that, that's super important because it really is a different process. And so make sure that this is really a highlighted piece of what you schedule out into your calendar to learn a little bit about the new schedule process for your summits. And then one other thing with the schedule is the website schedule versus the app. So the app is working perfectly. It does a great job. It feeds it right into the phone. The website, on the other hand, what the app feeds to the website, to Swoogo, has been a little wonky. The way that Swoogo is reading our apps, it's actually looking at some sessions as if they're deleted. So sometimes there are sessions that don't make it from the app into the website. After you launch your schedule, especially after you make any changes, so it's not just a one and done. If you make any changes to the app, you need to make sure that they are confirmed on the website. If they are not, you need to let me know ASAP and let me know what the differences are, because we can get those reinstated, and it just helps us sort of finalize what this bug is. We just launched some new code that will hopefully help all of this, but I just need to know if there's any differences between the app and the website for your schedule, especially after you make some changes or updates. Ben has also had some fun creating some Easter eggs for the events app, and he did a really fun job of using these throughout the weekend in Minnesota. He changed them probably like 3 or 4 times a day and had the audience just kind of looking at them. So whether they were going to be doing the session evaluations, or he had some Pez that he was giving away, and so it said stop by Mission Control to get your free prize. You could ask them, you could tell them jokes. There are some jokes in there, but this is a slide deck that has the setup of the appropriate size for the dimensions of the Easter egg. So you can just make a copy of this, or you could just make a copy of any of these, and then whichever slide that you want to use as your Easter egg. So for example, I made one of the Arizona Summit. I'm not sure if I put this. Yeah, so of the Arizona Summit, the sticker. And so when I just put that in there, all I need to do is file and download that as, I believe, a PNG. But you'll have to use Ben's notes to just make sure to confirm that. And then you can upload it in the app in the Easter egg. So here's a quick little video tutorial. So thanks to Ben for all of these awesome resources of how you can add those little Easter eggs into the app, which is a super fun piece of delighting our attendees and kind of keeping it fun. And the last thing to know is we do have a business account now with National and Enterprise Car Rental. So we're asking that you please sign up for the Emerald Club and then create your account and then always try to use this one if it's a better offer. So we think that the more that we use this, the more, the better deals we're going to start getting. And so we'll just ask. I just did it for Arizona, and I saved, I think, literally like $100 a day on my car rental. So for some reason, Phoenix in May, can't believe that people want to, or March, people want to go there, but it's a popular time to rent a car. So it was a huge saver for me. So if you could click there, join the Emerald Club, and always just sort of check in at this place. So you always kind of go to this link, sign in with your account. It will associate with the EdTechTeam, and then see if that is a better deal than anything else that you've gotten. So I know a lot of us are part of members of other clubs, so try to make this your club, especially if it is a better deal. So thanks again, you guys. Lots of great information in here for us. Just a quick little review. Project with a purpose, apply digital skills, add your name, and if you'd be willing to do a session, really heighten breakout EDU at sessions, at summits and sales, promote your sessions for your summit, and then absolutely spend some time in the new Schedule 3.0 videos and training to get kind of queued up for doing your schedule for your next summit. So thanks, you guys, and let me know if you have any questions.